So today I just want to talk to you guys about Romans 12:2. And it says, "Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect." And a lot of society is always trying to affect who we are, and there's so many things in this culture that are pulling our behaviors and all of our interests and our desires, and there's even a marketing for it, right? There's a whole entire just realm that is all in on our entertainment and how to pull what we desire, and we just need to make sure that we're focusing on our behavior and that we connect with what God has for us in our behavior. And that we don't take on the customs and the designs that the world has, but we start taking on the customs and the designs that God has for us. Because He's laid out a system for us to follow. And that system is in place because He wants to pour out His goodness on all mankind. And He knows what's best for us. And a lot of times what ends up being enticing isn't always the greatest thing. You know, like it's like sin's enticing for the minute, but if you look at it later on, it ends up coming back on you. And everyone thinks that, look, I'll get away with it for a little bit. And the reality is that you don't, because at the end of it all, we're all called to judgment, and they're all called to a moment where we're accountable to all those things, and it affects all of us. And our behavior, if we would start to correct that, if we would start to line up with what He has for us, then what it would do is it would just be pleasing to Him, but also it would lead us into a life of righteousness. It would lead us in a connectivity to God the Father, into Jesus. And when we start to do that, it'll cause so much more of a witness to those around us, and so that we can continue to be more as Christians, and that we can just accept what He has for us and for our lives. Thank you.